Hi, everybody. This is Joe White. This is the Grow Real Estate Investing Podcast. I'm here at one of properties, a duplex that my partner/wife and I own, and it's during the pandemic, and so I'm really having trouble getting contractors to do some work. So I'm actually having to get my hands dirty, and I'm in the middle of actually installing this cupboard up here. And I think it's a good time to talk about marketability versus livability. And so the reason why we decided to put this cupboard in here is not because I think a potential tenant's going to come in here and see this little tiny cupboard and think, oh, there's an extra little cupboard there. How nice. I think I might want to rent this property. But it's a small one bedroom. We don't really have huge closet space. We really don't have a lot of functional space for the tenant. So I think this will make it a more functional space, more livable. I think in the long run, that'll actually benefit us. Not only does it make us feel a little bit better, relative to the tenant, but also I think a tenant might tend to take a little bit better care of the property because we're kind of taking a little bit better care of their needs. And I think they might stay a little bit longer. Same thing with this microwave that I'm going to actually install. So long run, this microwave is just going to be another thing I have to fix, that my wife and I are going to have to fix for the tenant when it breaks. And I don't know if a tenant, and we're going to actually install this, so you have to ignore my electrical work here. I'm actually going to be cooking this up live in a little while because I'm not really a professional, and I'm just going to go ahead and go for it. So I won't have you guys in for this. So I don't know if a tenant's going to come in here and take a look at this microwave and say, wow, that's a nice microwave. I think I want to rent this. But I think it makes it more livable because, again, it's a very small space, and you really don't have counter space to really put a microwave. So I think this would be a smart solution. And same thing with this washer and dryer that I installed last week. We wanted to give the tenants a washer and dryer. I think that's marketable. I think someone's going to see the ad, see it has a washer and dryer. They're going to be much more apt to rent it. But the problem is we end up losing some of the livability because we had an open floor design and it was kind of a nice unit. And then I ended up having to build this monstrosity right in the middle of it. I tried to do what I could to make it a little bit nicer by making it a sit-up bar. And put this fireplace in here, which I think actually is pretty marketable. It's a nice little electric fireplace, and I think the tenants sitting in the living room, they'll actually kind of appreciate this. So that would be marketable. The island, I don't really feel is that marketable, but it makes it more livable. Same thing with this air conditioner unit. It's more than enough to cool down this entire unit. I don't know if a tenant's gonna come in here and see this air conditioning unit up in the window and appreciate it for what it is. But I think being a ground floor unit, my wife and I feel a little more comfortable having it there than forcing a tenant to say, put a window unit in some of these windows here. It would be a little bit of a safety issue. Again, it makes more livable. I don't think it makes it more marketable. I don't think a tenant's going to come in here and say, oh, I don't know if I want to rent this because I have to put a window unit here. I don't think they're going to appreciate that we put $1,000 unit there. Now, it's the same thing with these hooks. So that's a brushed nickel hook. I don't know if you can see. I think a tenant's going to come in here and it kind of goes with the brushed nickel theme throughout the property. I think that is marketable. I think it also makes it more livable. However, we're in the bedroom now, I'm going to install a hook in the back of this bedroom door. I don't think a tenant's going to come in here and ever see that we actually put a multi-hook on the back of this door. It'll make the property more livable, a little more functional for them. I think it's something that's required. I don't know if we'll ever necessarily get our money back directly, but I think we will eventually when a tenant can actually live here a little bit longer, because that's kind of some of these little things. So again, just wanted to talk real quickly about the difference between marketability and livability, and as usual, happy investing.